Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now on the 4th of March 2022, and in yesterday's video I told you I was binge watching on some sort of paranormal stories on YouTube, and well, so far there haven't really been so much paranormal or ghost stories, more sort of stories of the bizarre, the strange, and the kind of miraculous, really. And I'm not going to tell you what the channel is today. I'll recommend it in tomorrow's video. But if you can guess what the channel is and leave it in the comment section below, the first one that I see who does that, I'll pin your comment at the top of the comment section. So I'll do that for you. I'll give you a couple of clues as to who the guy is and what the channel is. But before I do that, I'll just ask you to buy the like button, a cup of coffee, but make sure when you give it its sugar, exchange the sugar in the packet for salt. In fact, that was actually a clue, because that kind of thing is how he starts his videos. It's quite a good way of getting you to hit the like button by getting you to or telling you to do horrible things to it. Oh, and this is another clue here, but we'll get rid of that nonsense now. Anyway, let's get a bit more serious here. And well, just things are getting more and more crazy by the day, isn't it? And well, I'm just going to tell the tale of 3 marches, and I'm not talking about the things you do in London and other big cities. I'm talking about the month of March. And we go back to March of 2020 first of all, and which was pretty much this time 2 years ago, of course. And by now, or very, very shortly at least, if you had said to probably pretty much anyone you knew, friends, family, work colleagues, acquaintances, neighbours, etc., that you thought the whole lurgy thing that they were talking about was just a load of nonsense, and you didn't see any reason to take any precautions or do any lockdowns or anything, you would have probably been met with sort of disapproving looks, comments along the lines of "you're crazy, you're mad," and some people would have no doubt got pretty aggressive with you as well, pretty angry with you, called you a COVID idiot and just an idiot generally. Fast forward to last March of 2021, if you'd had said something along the lines to any of those same kind of people, you know, this thing that we're all getting encouraged to partake in, you know, I'm not so sure about it. I'm just going to leave it for now, see how things pan out. Again, you'd have been sort of met with stares of disbelief, shaking heads, tuts of disapproval, and probably again some angry comments along the lines of, "Oh, you're so selfish, you're not doing your bit," etc., etc., wouldn't you? And we get to this March right now, 2022, and here we are again, because I bet you right now, if you said to pretty much anyone you know about something along the lines of, you know, this whole Russia-Ukraine thing, there's always 2 sides to the story. You know, how do we know that the Russians didn't have some kind of good cause to go into the Ukraine and sort of do what they're doing there, because the Ukrainians are shelling Russian areas, etc., etc. And again, by now, if you said stuff like that, you're going to be met with sort of angry sort of looks and angry comments, sort of shakes of the head, and we really are back, aren't we, to March of 2020 and March of 2021 in that regard. And when you consider the whole thing's only been going for since the 24th of Feb, so only about 10 days, if that, and here we are, sort of that kind of same level of narrative obedience, shall we call it, is already ramping right up. Anyway, what I'd also like to point out is, probably from the last 2 or 3 videos, you might think, maybe if you're not really paying attention at least, that I'm some kind of Russian sympathiser, Putin sympathiser. Nothing could be further from the truth. I have no side in this. I'm completely neutral. As far as this thing's concerned, I am Switzerland. And, you know, I'm just looking at it as an impartial observer. I'm sure both sides have got equal reasons to be angry, equal reasons to be concerned and afraid, and are equally deserving of at least an impartial and balanced sort of view by, you know, sort of by people who don't live anywhere near those regions. And really, that is the take I have on these things. And I really do wish that everybody else would have that rather more mature take on things. And I don't know, just around this video off, and this just shows you how nonsensical things have got so quickly. And I came down to my Telegram feeds over breakfast this morning, and the very first video I saw, this is unbelievable, this is, I don't know if you've seen this yet, but basically there's a guy in one of those, I think he might be outside something like the Ukrainian embassy in London, and he's saying that he wants to join up with the Ukrainian army to fight the Russians. So, and he's an English guy, he's 60 years old apparently, and he's afraid of catching a sniffle, hence that, but he obviously doesn't seem to be afraid of getting one in the head by a Russian sniper, or sort of getting a bomb or a missile sort of dropped on him, which he wouldn't even know what hit him, I shouldn't think. One minute he'd just literally be there, and the next minute, poof, gone. And I've seen a few stories, haven't you? I think we all have, of people kind of going, trying to join up with the Ukrainians. And as far as I'm concerned, it's just the ultimate virtue signalling, isn't it? You know, he's clearly a virtue signaller because he's still wearing one of those. And this was outdoors that this brief interview happened. And now he wants to take his virtue signalling to the next level, obviously. So all his friends can turn and say, "Oh, you're so great, you're fantastic." Even though this time round, his virtue signalling could very well get him killed, you know, if he goes through with it and he ends up out there. But absolutely absurd. But I'll finish this video by saying I've got a Telegram group. Quite a few people who watch this channel are already there, but I haven't kind of reminded people of it recently. So what I'll do, I'll put an invite link to my Telegram group in the description box below. I won't be able to put it in the comments section, but it will be in the description box. So the invite link will be there for you, and I will put this interview that I've just talked about, I'll pin it on there for you as well, so you can just see how ridiculous this bloke is. Anyway, I'll leave it there, and I'll just remind you to buy the like button, a nice cup of coffee, but remember to swap the sugar in the sugar packet that you give them for salt, and do that for me. That'd be great, and I will be back tomorrow. And like I say, if you can guess what that channel is I'm referring to, that talks all about the paranormal, the strange, the bizarre, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll pin the first comment I see that gets it right, at least, at the top of the comment section. Back tomorrow. Tim from Fair Play Now. Thanks for watching.